was able to get a very tiny quantity. Now, they made a fair number of the 1922s and the 1923s. By 1924, they stopped making these in any quantity. And even look at the lettering on that. See how it's very kind of old school?
Yes.
That you're going to have? This is normally $79.95. I took $20 off the original 1924 United States government issue peace dollar. Look at this coin, folks. It is not reprinted or restruck or redone. When people talk about World War II, if you remember your history lessons, remember the United States, the motto was V for victory. And notice how they spell "In God We Trust" with V for victory. So, and look at this stunning, I know this coin looks like it was made yesterday. The fact of the matter was, is this was made nearly 100 years ago in celebration. The reason it was called a peace dollar, okay, the reason it was called a peace dollar was once again to celebrate the end of World War I. I want to show you something else. When you look at the eagle is sitting at rest, and in its talons, you see only the olive branch of peace. Traditionally, all American eagles on the reverse of coins have had in their talons the olive branch of peace in one talon and the arrows of war in the other, saying, look, we can go either way. You guys make your decision. This one, as a commemorative to the end of what they called the Great War, only the olive branch of peace is within that. Once again, done in solid coin silver, 900 fine. I want to show you the box that it comes in. Each coin is individually boxed. Okay, each coin is individually boxed, even though, and this is the 1925, we're going to give you a couple minutes on the 1925 here in a minute, so they're going to have that. 1924 and 1925, significantly rarer than the 1922s and the 1923s. Very important for you to understand that and for you to be able to get in on these, to be able to get an original 1924 United States peace dollar. I think that's absolutely, positively amazing opportunity for you. Okay, now I'm going to put in here the 1925.